Okay then, so good afternoon everyone, I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to another video. And in this video I wanted to talk to you about why the equation in the title is really important and why you should use it whenever you're trying to get towards something, whether it be success or something else. It could be, literally anything. But using this equation, trying to get somewhere when trying to do something has got to be the biggest factor. So I wanted to start by breaking down each of the components and each of the things that are in a title. So to start with discipline. Now discipline's a thing of doing things when you don't feel like it. Overcoming obstacles, challenges, and doing things when you're tired, when you're hungry, and all that kind of idea. It's just doing things anyway is the idea there. And I think it's probably the most important alongside the hard work of the things in the title. It's probably the biggest thing that will contribute towards anyone's success. You have to stay disciplined. You have to really care about what you do in such a way that when you're tired, when you don't feel like doing it, when you've only had 4 hours night's sleep, or whatever the kind of situation, the circumstance may be, you do it anyway because you know it's something that's right for you, something that you really want to pursue with your life. And that's exactly what discipline is. So moving on to motivation then. Motivation is doing things when you feel like it, getting this burst of energy, feeling really passionate about something one time and one time only and acting on that. But then when you don't have the same passion for it, when you don't feel the same drive to do it in that moment at that day, then you don't do it. So motivation, I think there's a lot of things that people get mixed up with it. I think motivation can be a really good thing, especially with finding your why, having a reason you want to do something is really powerful, and it really is. Having a reason you're doing it. Is it for friends? Is it for family? Is it for that you're trying to get towards your version of success? Whatever that may look like to you, because success looks super different and it really differs from person to person. So whatever that looks like for you, motivation is trying to get there when you feel like it. So discipline is definitely the way to go, the thing you need to do if you're trying to get towards where you want to get to. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, trying to put in the discipline every single day I can, trying to get towards where I want to get to, using the most discipline is the way to get there. And that's the way to get there for me. Maybe for you, you need to use a different kind of discipline. It's not sitting down, typing on a laptop or trying to work on a laptop or watch videos. Maybe it's doing other things. So whatever your version of success is, whatever it is for you, putting the discipline over the motivation is really important and really crucial to trying to get towards where you want to get to. So those are the two, discipline, motivation. Moving on to the hard work. So hard work alongside the discipline is a really key and a really important factor. So the hard work is simply doing the work when it needs to be done, doing the hard things, choosing to do the cold calling that day when you don't feel like it, choosing to do all the hard things. And the actual work, because everyone can put in work, everyone can do schoolwork, do homework or business work, whatever it may be for you, but it's all about you're going to get towards where you want to get to more by doing it. There's a lot of things that people say about emailing, Instagram DMing, and all of those methods of outreach, trying to gain clients for your business or for your agency or whatever you're trying to run at the moment. And many people say that cold calling, so they say cold calling is the single biggest thing that will get you towards where you want to get to in terms of clients. There's a reason for that. It's because it's the hardest. It's definitely the most challenging one to do. When you're cold calling, you have to, physically talk to people, and when first doing it, that can be a daunting, a scary thing. And I think that's exactly why it gets the results it gets, because the people that do it, they're scared at first. They fumble over the phone and they're not sure of what to say, what script to use. When you do it more and more, you get more comfortable with it. And so doing cold calling, that is the hard work. That's something that's actually hard to do when first doing it. Over time, it does become easy. It becomes second nature. You can confidently pick up the phone and call anyone. And I thought that couldn't be me. Not that long ago, probably about a year ago now, I started to cold call. And when I was starting that, I was so unconfident. The first cold call I ever made, I remember, I was sat on the way to school in a car. I'm in my first cold call on the way to school, or just before we're about to leave actually, so we're still sat in the car, and I made that cold call and the person immediately said no and put the phone down, and that instantly made me just feel like this wasn't going to work and all the feelings. But I knew that if I had to keep pushing through, I'd get better at it and I'd feel more comfortable. And it's been able to see past that, so being able to see past the initial fear, because the first cold call I ever did, all day at school. I was literally thinking about it, and I was thinking, after school, I'm going to go back home, I'm going to do some more cold calls. And that's exactly what I did. And I got over the fear a little bit more. But that first initial cold call in the morning in the car on the way to school, or just before we're leaving to go to school, was the scariest cold call I've ever made. And that's because it's the first one. So just get out there, just make the first cold call, do the scary thing, do the hard work. That's what it's all about. That's what's really important when trying to get towards where you want to get to. And I'm not here talking to you like I'm some kind of business mentor or life expert or anything like that. And thank you all so much for being a part of it. It really does mean the whole world to me, and I can't thank you enough. So now we've kind of gone over all those terms and what they really mean, I want to talk to you about the main point of the video, which is just using all of them together. If you really care about something, if you really want to go for something, you have to be dedicated to it. You have to do it when you don't feel like it, when you're, tired. It really is all about caring about it and putting in effort and a non-stop passion into it. And that's the one thing that I'm trying to do. I haven't really gotten anywhere with the agency. We've just onboarded our first potential client, so I'll give you an update on that in another video. But for now, one potential client in 7 months, and a lot of people would call that unsuccessful. A lot of people would say that that's a failure of a company. But because I care about it so much, because I care about business, about content, about the whole online space, the whole online world that I'm really interested and intrigued in, because I really care about it, it's the one thing that I'm constantly trying to get better at. I'm doing outreach, or I'm making videos, or I'm doing all these things that I actually care about, and it's something that no matter what, I'm not going to stop, for a long time. It's the one thing I really care about, and I can't get that message across enough. I say it in pretty much every single video, but it's the single biggest thing that will get you towards where you want to get to, is actually caring about it and actually trying for it. And I think there's a lot of people that start things because they feel like they have to, or it's the right thing to do in someone else's eyes. But do what's right for you, do what you want to do what you feel like is the right thing for you to carry forward and do in your whole life. And that's exactly what I feel about this. I feel like this is the right thing for me to do for my whole life. I feel like this is the correct thing, whether it's starting the businesses or making content. I just have such a passion for it, and I can really see myself doing it in the future. And if you can see yourself doing the same, maybe it's to do with fitness, maybe you want to be a personal trainer. And that's the thing you can really see yourself doing in the future, you really care about, and the one thing you can't stop thinking about. And if that's what you care about and that's what you want to do with your life, then go for that. It's all about finding a passion. If the passion isn't there, it won't work. It really won't. If you don't have a real passion, a real drive to do what you want to do with your life, and it's something you actively care about all the time, and when I say care about, I think there's a big misconception that it's something you always want to do and something that every single day you get up and you're not feeling tired because you've got this thing to do. Finding the thing that no matter what, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling hungry, if you're feeling upset, it's the one thing that you want to do with your life, even during the hard times. And the hard times will come, they come to every single person. But it's all about finding what you have a passion for, what you want to do with your life, and being non-stop determined and non-stop putting discipline over motivation and adding hard work into the equation to get towards where you want to get to it could be 5 months, it could be 5 days, it could be 5 years, 50 years, but you'll get there because you're not going to stop until you get further towards that place, whatever it is that you're trying to do. And so that was kind of the last note I wanted to leave you with, but it is just a really important thing with whatever it is you're trying to do. So if you're watching this and you're on a lunch break, after you go home from work today, after you finish your job or whatever it is that you're doing now, go out and start the thing. Start the Instagram account, start the business, whatever it is you've been thinking about and you're thinking, yeah, but people will judge me if I start that. You have to do what's right for you. You have to do what you have a passion in, and whatever you have that passion in, go for that with absolutely every single thing that you have. Try your hardest at it, and don't stop until you get further towards where you want to be. I think you should do the same. I really do. You should just have a non-stop passion and thing for it. And I know you can think, how many times can you say passion in one video, but it is so true and it's so important. It's the most important component that I think will get me towards where I want to get to, because I'm passionate about it, because I actually care about it, and I can't wait to take you all with me along the journey. And maybe you want to start your own journey, and like I said, when you go home from work, maybe you're in school right now, you're watching this in school. When you go back from school, from work, wherever you are, start that thing. Just start it. Take the first few steps towards getting towards your version of success in the way that you see fit for you. That does take many different forms. You know, I've explained that there's many people that have very different version of success to one another, and that's absolutely fine. Whatever your version of success is, first define that. Find something you're passionate about, and then go for that with absolutely all of your determination, all of your passion, and don't stop until you get towards where you want to be. So with that being said, I'll leave the video there. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to take it one step at a time, and I'll catch you in the next one.